As you can see, I'm repping that BMT. No matter where I go, no matter where I be.
Some of them seats in, some of the front kicks in, and I'm still cooling, you know what I'm saying? I'm still cool, I ain't busting sweat. You know, that's what it is. Yoga. Passport Bros.
Passport Bros up.
University in the building. Shout out to my boy BMT, man. Yeah, go cop some new merch.
All right, and we are live. Welcome, family, to another show. Hope all is well. I don't know if you guys used to know ARC, Alan Roger Curry, used to do his thumbnails like that. Rest in power to that brother. A lot of the game coaches got a lot of game from him, a lot of information from him, and wrote books about it. They never really showed the brother, gave it his flowers while he was here. So I want to just, rest in power to Alan Roger Curry. But guys, make sure you get those Passport Bros cups, by the way. What's good, everybody? Hope all is well with the fam. We're going to be here. I got a little to talk about today. Now, hopefully, you guys, I'm in the DR, so there's a lot of power outages. I've been trying to do this show for the last, 30 minutes, so hopefully the power won't go out. We'll disconnect the Wi-Fi, but we're going to rock and roll as long as we can before the power goes out again, all right? So if the power goes out, forgive me. I'll try to come back on when the power, because it usually is like a quick little power down for maybe 30 seconds and then come back on. So just letting you guys know before we get started, because it's been clicking on and off the last couple of minutes. All right. Anyways, hope all is well to the fam. Let's see who we got in the building before we get this show started, man. We got a good show today. What up, Jermone? See you in the house, man. Got Stephen F in the building. What's good, guys? What's good, man? We in here. We are in here. I don't even have my usual setup, but it's all good. We're going to rock the way we rock. We're going to rock how we're going to rock for right now. So I get my setup back, all right? Once again, hope all is well with the family. We've been having a lot of news going on. We've been having a lot of news going on in the Passport Bros space. As usual, I thought they would die down, but it has not died down. I mean, we just keep going viral. And sometimes it helps with the growth, but sometimes it can be kind of like a little bit of a headache. But I do have some good news I'm going to show you guys. I guess it's kind of good news to a certain degree. But we're going to talk about that a little later on in the show. What up? Matthew Ramsey says BMT is the GOAT. Man, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate the flowers. I appreciate that. All right. Appreciate that, man. A lot of guys get a lot of information from the show. And sometimes they shout me out. I mean, I don't care. I don't mind. But sometimes they shout me out. Sometimes they don't. It's all good. It's all content creation. If it's good information, hey, man, run with it. Run with it if it's some good information. Speaking of good information, if you haven't already joined, family, let me pull this up so you guys can join the right one. All right. If you haven't already joined the private Facebook group, Passport Bros, the original Passport Bros, where it all got started, let me pull this up on the screen because we got a lot of knockoffs. We got a lot of knockoffs. Even one of them tried to offer me a deal for a con or something. I'm like, bro, how are you going to bootleg our group, and then offer me a deal when you bootleg it? But this is the group. This is the only group, the main group. Everything else is a knockoff. All right, putting that out there. Everything else is a knockoff. They got all types of scams going. People be calling and text messaging me, hey man, I sent my money to this guy, this, that, and the other. those guys that own those fake bootleg passport bros group are anonymous, right? They don't show their face. They're not out there. They just capping off the strength of the name that, you know, we've been building up for the last couple of years. So this is the Facebook group. That's how it looks. That's the banner right there, guys. All right. We got 23,100 members in there right now. All right. And we're very selective. You know, we can only be as selective as we can, but we try to go through the profiles. You know, my assistant, she kind of combs through the member requests daily, just to make sure it's like no weirdos and nothing like that in there. But, you know, some of them still get in there. So just keep that in mind. It's a public platform. I don't know why people think Facebook is private. It's not private. Your employer sees Facebook. Okay. Your family sees Facebook. All right. Even though it's these, you know, private groups. The thing about Facebook is Facebook really took a blow when grandparents and, you know, your aunties, when older family members started joining, it took a big blow. And that's why they started promoting the groups real heavy within Facebook. And everybody started segmenting and going to the groups where they had common interests, i.e. the Passport Bros group. But just because this is a private group does not mean that people won't get in there, infiltrate it, you know, infiltrate the groups, share information. Like I said, on my last stream, we got haters with groups of thousands. You know, I think it's one Kevin Samuels died group or something that pretty much shared the posts, and they don't really blur out the names. So if you want more of a private experience, that's why we developed the Passport Bros app, which you see today. All right. And we are currently in testing mode, so it's not available, but it will be available sometime early next week. We're just waiting for a few things to go through. So I just want to put that out there, guys. And we got a lot of haters in the group too. I'm not going to front to you. It's a lot of pocket watchers in the group. There's a lot of pocket watchers all over social media. But I just keep that in mind that when dudes be making posts, making comments, and then, you know, they get screenshotted and they get shared to another group, you know, and they be like, hey, man, you know, just that and the other, you need to get the spies out of the group, man. How? It's Facebook. All right, family, it's Facebook. So did you see Austin and Zoom to Thailand on the panel? No, I did not see that. I did not see. Oh, yeah, I've been trying to do a versus the dating coach for a while now. But a lot of dating coaches don't really like me for whatever reason, because I've been roasting dating coaches from the beginning. So that's cool. They took it to a bigger platform. You know, it's all about your audience. So they probably just wanted a bigger platform to kind of. But the thing about the game coaches family is like it is pretty much a wrap for them. That in that whole game industry. I saw like a little video I shared with QB Willie B. As a matter of fact, I might pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up sometime later in the show because we're gonna rock out for a little minute here. But I might pull that video up, you know, of all these quote unquote game coaches. They were looking so damn dusty, family. That shit was funny as hell. I actually sent it to my man QB for him to kind of take a look at it, because we've been on them dating coaches for quite some time now. But shout out to Austin and Zoom to Thailand, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to my man Bobby Space Goat in the building. Bobby Space Goes. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. SP, we're going to talk about that, family. And I want to give a shout out to Change for the Better. He's also a member. So they're scared of you, man. You exposing their hustle. We've been doing that for a long time. And it wasn't even about trying to expose their hustle necessarily. What it really was about is they were coming at us. The Passport Bros took a lot of arrows, you know, especially the early on content creators, right? The guys that didn't go, you know, super viral and got hundreds of thousands, but guys like myself, Andre, you know, those early on guys, QB, you know, those early on guys that was crossing over the hill. You know, we cross over that hill first with something new, you're going to get a lot of arrows shot at you. And that's when everybody kind of came behind us. But early on, we took a lot of shots from the dating coaches, and I would always respond. I would always respond to them, you know, and they would get nasty sometimes. You know, Stevie Dean called me this, motherfucker that. Okay, cool. But they have lost so much market share to the Passport Bros. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. They have lost a lot of their market share. A lot of their numbers are down right now. Now, keep in mind that they always going to have a core audience, so people just going to rock with you. You know, people just like your personality. But I think in general, people know that dating coaches are kind of hawking BS because what they failed to do was provide receipts. We've been asking them for receipts for the last 10 years. All right. So that's the thing about the dating coaches, man. Somebody said, they said they've been trying to sell PUA courses for $1,000 in 2024. Yeah, I'm going to pull that up, man. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in the room, and then we'll get this party started. But guys, what you see on the screen, for guys who are just coming in, this is the original Passport Bros Facebook group, all right? And the guys with the bootleg group, the copycat group who don't show their faces, they actually tried to approach me to kind of run some form of a scam. And I'm like, bro, that's not what I do. You know what I mean? So we're going to try to get them on out the paint soon enough. Don't worry. We're going to try to get them guys, these fast Facebook groups out the paint soon enough, man. All right, I got to give a shout out to my man, Fresh Prince of Poblado. What up, Fresh Prince of Poblado? My man. With the $4.99 super chat. He says, salute to the Passport Bros. Guys, my man throw a dope party. Ain't going to put too much of the information out there, but my man throws a real dope party. All right, somewhere in South America. I'm just going to leave it at that. He's also really networked in, man. So I appreciate you, Fresh Prince of Poblado, with the $4.99 super chat, brother. Appreciate that, my man. Somebody said, I saw a video a while back where a game coach got the brakes beat off of him in the Netherlands. You know, I haven't seen that, but okay. You know, I remember seeing one of them game coaches being in Parker years, man. And, you know, of course, he didn't like me at all, but he had a cameraman with him, another YouTuber, and they was approaching, you know, women to see how good he looked or some shit like that. And he had on these lifts. He had on like a, you know, you can tell when somebody got on lifts because their body don't really, you know, match up to the, sometimes you can't tell depending if he's slim or not, but you can just tell this guy like was walking uncomfortable. So he had the lifts on, you know, so it was just funny. You know, it's funny. And the women were like really uncomfortable with the camera and them asking him, you know, you never approach a woman. I don't care how good you look, fam. You never approach a woman and ask her, would you date me or do I look good to you? That's not the approach. So that's from a dating coach. So that was real weirdo behavior. And I noticed that he never put that video out either, you know. So yeah, that's what you got for some of them dating coaches, man. Yeah, we're going to talk about that, man. It is a little bit of a, this the thing. You know, promotion is a gift and a curse, right? You know, the Passport Bros, the name, the brand itself is definitely like a global phenomenon that people have not seen on this scale this quickly. And so many people taking to the ideology and so many verses, people against it. And when they do reaction videos or they criticize videos, it just keeps getting that name out there more and more. And it's growing. If people really want Passport Bros to go away, then they should stop mentioning it. It's that simple. But it's such an agitation because of the Black orientation that it has when it comes to Passport and the bros, right? I mean, bros can be anybody, can be white guys or whatever. But for the most part, a lot of people know it has a Black orientation to it, right? Brothers was traveling the world and it got hence the name Passport Bros. That's very triggering to a lot of people. Very triggering to a lot of people, especially when you come from a society or culture, if you want to call it, that the Black men were kind of seen as the barriers of society to a certain degree, right? Like we was supposed to be kind of stuck in this area of rapping, you know, dunking, street culture, you know, just, you know, we were supposed to be stuck in that narratives to a certain degree. Then you had the real big simp culture for the last 30, 40 years. We're getting to the topic. We're going to segue to the topic soon, family. But we all know, the R&B days for all my brothers that grew up in the 80s and the 90s, right? We had a big R&B movement, even before then, even the 60s and 70s to a certain degree. Black men were very accepting, and now this is across all races in America at this point. But in general, we were very accepting of relationships that didn't benefit us. We were very accepting of relationships that did not benefit us in any type of way. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying, let me put this clear because I got a lot of more female subscribers, but I still gonna keep it real with the core. I'm not saying you can't meet a woman and she be a great wife to you and she has a child from a previous relationship. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying in general, in a lot of cases, a lot of men were miserable because they felt like they had to settle to get some remnants of a family type situation. Right. And the women took advantage of that. A lot of women took full advantage of that. Cortez says, BMT, did you? Yeah, we're talking about that now. He said, BMT, did you see the dating coach panel last night? Passport Bros destroyed them. Literally a flawless victory.
Same.
Like I say, those guys, man, they don't really want the real heat, man. Because I've been trying to put together a show with them guys for the longest. Lucario and all them, they won't even allow me on the panels for whatever reason because, you know, I have a lot of information. I've been going at them guys for a real long time. So it's interesting that they went on with Austin and Zoom. But shout out to Austin and Zoom. I know they did the lowest work on them guys. But anyways, like I was saying before, a lot of women took advantage of simp culture, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, right? And it was almost like a way, like they just felt like they had it like that. And I'm going to get to her video in a second, family. They really feel like they really had it like that. So they could kind of take full advantage. It was that this Negro ain't going nowhere type of attitude and mentality. All right. And I was a simp myself. I'll be fully transparent. I did some simping back in the day as well. I did some simping. Major simping. Okay. Nice guy. I'll keep it $150. Nothing too crazy. I've heard worse stories than mine, but I did a little simping back in the day. You know, and it was funny because it'll be the women that were close to my family used to always tell me little certain things, be like, you sure you want that, Aaron? Like, she got a ready-made family. You a little too top quality for that, you know? So that's why it's good to have, women around, because women will give you the game. Women will definitely give you a game. For some reason, moms don't really pass down the game like they should to their sons. That's like a cultural thing. And that crosses all races of men for some reason. It's almost like they want their sons to be simps so they can hurry up and get grandkids. Women are always kind of self-serving. So, in essence, man, things have changed drastically in the last 2 to 3 years since the introduction of the Passport Bros. Somebody said Cartagena's like Compton. All right. So let me play this sister right here. Now, this was very interesting what she said. She got a lot of filters on too. But this was very interesting. All right. Because she said some truths, but she threw some salt at the end. She threw a little sourness in there at the end. But I'm glad she made the separation of Passport Bros versus the ex-tourist guys. That's what I'm glad she said. So let me play this real quick for the fam.
8 Passport Bros that been unalived in Colombia so far. Let's talk about it.
Okay, pause right there. Now, these were not Passport Bros, but she wants to always, people put Passport Bros in front to grab the attention of their audience, right? These guys that were all murdered. This was over, I think, maybe a month or two period. I don't think these guys identified with being Passport Bros. These were just American tourists, right? These were American males that were unfortunately murdered and robbed in Medellin, Colombia. But you see how she just throws the Passport Bros on there automatically. But here we go.
So whenever we talk about the Passport Bros, let's be very clear. There's 2 separate groups. You have actual Passport Bros, and then you have American men who go to different countries for sex tourism. Let's keep it 100. Let's separate it because it ain't the same. passport bros actually go out of the country to find wives, right? They actually plan on moving and living in these places that they're traveling to, or they have actual plans on marrying these women and bringing them back to the United States. But majority of these American men that you hear online always talking about these different places that they traveling to, they're participating in sex tourism, not passport bros. So now we cleared that up and got that out of the way.
So I'm glad she pointing that out. I appreciate her for pointing that out. She kept it $1.50. She kept it $1.50. Yeah, Cordell, she kept it 50. D, she kept it. He said exactly. Yeah, she kept it $1.50. I'm glad. And that's gonna be that's generally the consensus of the passport bros at this point in time. It's getting out there now. I'm gonna show you another video of another sister too. But now, because of the podcast, all right, because of the content creators, and because of the disassociation with that, and guys just saying, hey man, we just traveling and enjoying our lives. That's what we're doing. We're exploring the world. Some guys are looking for traditional relationships, some guys are not. All right. But for the most part, that's not what we do. And stop trying to paint us as the face of that. And a lot of haters will try to paint it. And they've been trying to paint that. But the narrative, luckily for the blessing, is changing. All right. It's changing. What up, Azrael? He says, I'm shocked because most sisters have much heat for any man that travels. That's true to a certain degree. Maybe it's like 50-50. All right, let's continue. Now, here when she started throwing a little salt. She started throwing a little salt shaker. But she said a few truths in here. God give us sister credence where it's due.
You ever heard the old saying, find a sucker, hit a lick? Well, yeah, the American men, you the lick, right? They know that you're coming over there with money because you're using said money to buy prostitutes. So they already know that you got money. And they know that you're coming over there to use their women. I'm sure that they're not happy about that. So with that being said, what better way for them to come up on some money than to set you up and make you think that you're going to get one of their women because they know you pathetic and down bad. And then once you come to meet up with her, go ahead and hit the lick.
So now she kind of throwing salt. Now she had us at first. At least she made a delineation against the passport bros, against the ex tours. But now she kind of throwing a little shake up in there. You know, listen, family. Colombia is dangerous, regardless. Okay, it's dangerous. They drug and rob each other out there, right? Colombia is a dangerous country. Some guys would say it's not, depending on how they move and everything. That's true to a certain degree. But Colombia, I don't care what list you pull up, it will always be, I'm talking about per country, it's going to be in that top 10, regardless. It's going to be in the top 10 or close to the top 10. All right. It is a lot of crimes happening in Colombia, regardless. So that's just what it is. I mean, when you really have a relationship with a Venezuelan or a Colombian, and you really start to look at what they're looking at as far as their news, they hear about their stories. They talk about stuff that's going on, just like we talk about what's going on. So when you hear like all the extortion that's going on and the kidnapping that's going on within their own community, yes, it's going to flood out to the tourists because they have more of a disadvantage. That's what it is. It's just a dangerous situation. Like in the States to a certain degree, we know, but it's just so many advantages to going for a tourist that doesn't speak the language and doesn't really know what's going on around them like that. They're just trying to kind of just have a good time. They're on vacation mode, right? Their guard is down. So that's more so of it, right? So now she's throwing a little salt, but let's continue the video and I'm gonna play another video after this. We got 151 in the room. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, man. We in here. For the lights turn off again. I'm in the DR, players.
And unfortunately, you're losing your life in the process. But that's why you should be careful with what you're participating in. The reality is more countries we probably gonna hear this happening in because y'all have got too comfortable. You done got too comfortable going over there and participating in sex tourism, right? It is.
Now remember, she's not addressing the passport, bro. She's just talking about pretty much the weekend warriors and guys in general that participate in that type of activity.
Is really showing how down bad you are. It's unfortunate that that little Spanish cat gonna cost some of y'all life. Instead of y'all working on y'all personality, getting your money up and working on your look so that you can pull Spanish women over here in the US, you going over to a country that you don't speak the language in. I don't care how many apps you download to be able to translate what they saying. You don't fluently speak their language. And you're going over there using WhatsApp to communicate with them, but you still don't truly know what you're getting yourself into, right? All I got to tell you is you better tighten up. You better tighten up and hope that when you go over there to get that cat, that you're going to be able to leave with your life.
Okay. J Class says Z's. Hey, she spoke some truths, but she threw a little salt on there too. She threw a little salt. Yeah. He said their white daddy has become a passport, bro. Look at all the migrants they're helping now while giving the middle finger. Okay, bro. Yeah. All right, she threw a little salt in there. But she said some truth to a certain degree too. She said a few truths in there. You know, you definitely want to familiarize yourself as much as possible with learning Spanish. It takes some time. Don't get frustrated, guys. It takes some time. Don't let you got some guys who are like, I moved to Colombia and learned Spanish in 3 months, all right, or 3 weeks. Like, you know, most cats it takes about 2-3 years. Just take your time with it, especially if you in a relationship. They'll teach you the language fairly quickly, fast. That's the fastest way I know to learn a language is living with somebody that don't speak English. All right. Living with a woman that don't speak English, you'll learn the language probably faster than school or anything else because they're going to want to communicate with you, trust me. And they're going to make sure you know when they're upset. So you're going to learn that language, man. And a lot of brothers are learning Spanish. We got on the app, we got a brother that speaks Spanish and Thai. All right. So he's putting together courses and videos for guys to learn Spanish and Thai. Right. And I suggest if you decide on living somewhere full time, definitely learn the language because it's going to open up a big door for you guys for sure. All right. All right. Now, this next video, this is all shade. This is all shade right here. We got a couple of trolls in the chat. I gotta get my mods back, man. I'll be forgetting.
Stay out of Medellin.
I'll be forgetting to throw my mods in there. I gotta apologies, bro. We got a couple of trolls in the chat, but don't worry about it. We'll get them out of here when I see him. All right, so we got another chick here. All right. Now she says she lives in Colombia for 8 years. I've never seen her before, though. Yeah, I don't know. It might be somebody that I'm familiar with, but I'm not sure. She might have switched up the hair. I can't tell if that's the multicolored hair chick or not. It's my Sawadi Cobb. All right. Said Passport Bros versus everybody. You know what? First Class Kings, that might be a t-shirt. All right, let me play this sister right here. She's a nice looking sister. All right, let me see what she got to say. And keep in mind, you know, we got just as many detractors that's men as we probably got more haters, you know, men. We got whole channels dedicated to hating on Passport Bros. So just keep that in mind too. The dudes talk a lot of bullshit too. But let's see what she got to say.
Stay out of Medellin. It is not safe. If you're buying pussy, if you're a passport bro, if you go down there with the idea to exploit, because you're a long way from home, things are different and you will get got. You might even die. But if you decide to come to Colombia because you want to partake in the culture, you want to solo travel, you want to learn Spanish, you want to really immerse yourself, be part of community, Colombia and Medellin in general will be just fine. The headlines right now might be saying another story, but those are really for people who are not, a lot of them are not really seeking to have the most kosher fun.
Bullshit. Once again, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, family. All right? That's bullshit. When someplace... All right. Like I said before, Colombia is a very dangerous country. All right. It's a lot going on. When I'm pretty sure she's in the Poblado area, you are in a bubble. You are in a bubble. And any local will tell you that. All right. You got locals that don't even drive or jog around their own neighborhoods in Medellin, Colombia, bro. Okay? Tourists don't really know how dangerous it is outside of these touristic areas. And I'm positive she doesn't go outside of it, bro. Especially because they would target her just the same. They would target, as soon as they hear the English, they're going to start looking, and they would target her just the same. Now, they might be assuming that she might not have that much money, but trust me. And yeah, think about it. The guys, the Colombian guys, for the most part, and the dudes in South America, they generally don't really be trying to interact with American women unless it's a play on their bread. They got their own women. A lot of guys got 3-4 women all across that damn country. So they're not really interested in, especially the ones that American women would want. A lot of them not just interested. All right. So if it was a guy that might have been giving her some type of attention, yeah, he'll finesse her, but he'll finesse her in a different type of way. All right. And I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. So you got to be careful regardless. You got to be careful regardless. But let's see what she got to say. She's throwing salt. I don't know why she's throwing salt.
Not seeking to have the most church-friendly type of fun. And as somebody who's lived in Colombia for over 8 years and who travels solo around Colombia and lives in Medellin, I will say that you will have the best time of your life. It's easy to find a community there. It's more likely that you would maybe get pickpocketed than anything else, but you got.
You might say she in Tampa, Florida. She ain't never been to Medellin. You might be right. I've never seen her. You know, it's like a small little knit community, so we kind of know of each other or all each other. So I've never seen her. I've been in Medellin for a year and a half. I've never seen her before at any parties or anything.
But move smart, just like you would move in any other city.
All right. All right. Passport Bros business class. What's good? All right, here you go. All right. Somebody said cats be lined up by their own so-called personal security. All right. Some of you guys still don't know how to spell Colombia. That's crazy. Yeah, some of them sound kind of bitter. Let's see. We was whoosh. Yeah. And let me tell you guys something. On the real, though. On the real. They got some cool sisters out there in Medellin. I'll keep it a buck with you. I'll keep it a buck with you for sure. They got some cool chicks out there. We imparted. Some of them be a little obnoxious. You know, some of them be on some, you know, oh, are you a passport bro type bullshit. But some of them pretty cool. Some of them actually pretty cool. A lot of women be super thirsty. Hold on. A lot of women be super thirsty out there for attention from. Since the local guy's not really rocking with them, you'll be surprised how easy it is to kind of interact with some women, expat women. Oh, I gotta hop on. All right. We've been rocking out here for a little minute. Yeah, you're right. Medellin does have the finest Afro-Latinas. They do. They do. You know who else got fine Latinos? Afro-Latinas? DR. The DR does as well. And Brazil. And Brazil. We got 171 in the room. Go ahead, do me a favor. You know what? I think that for the most part, we kind of leave the Jamaica thing alone. I mean, that's kind of like a old talking point for the most part. I hear everybody, they putting Jamaica, Montego Bay in the chat. But yeah, we know what it is. For some reason, they have this thing where they like to try to expect it. It's almost seemed like they have this thing where they try to their best to try to make brothers look bad for travel to a certain degree. Not only them, but guys as well. Guys as well. And let's be honest. I mean, she's a nice-looking sister in my book, but competing in Colombia as a woman, man, please. I've seen the most beautiful women in the world in that country, hands down. And that's just not even. That's like me trying to go out and play in the NBA right now. It's just not even going to happen, bro. It's not as good as I am. All right, as good as I am on that basketball court, I'll be trash past high school basketball. All right. I would be trash. So the Colombia and Brazil, that's the big leagues of the world. That's the big leagues of the world. Yeah. Said Crypto Bro says Brazil, Colombia, more variety. Yeah. You know, we had these conversations all the time. And guys always ask me, they be like, well, bro, who the most, finest and who the most, and I said, well, that's all up to, of course, the eye of the beholder. But for me, I've always told y'all like Dominican women are like, my flavor per se. And Colombian women too. But I've always put Dominican women pretty much up there. Look at in all of my content for the most part. They're beautiful. They're very nice looking. They're very nice looking. Somebody say you get dunked on. I don't know about the least athletic player in the NBA. Of course I would. I get dunked on by the coach. Shit. You playing a whole nother level. But anybody want to see me on that court, I'm welcome to all challenges because you're going to be surprised. Felipe Lindsay. Yes, Felipe Lindsay. What up, bro? He says BMT travels their mad by the competition for black men. You absolutely 100% correct in that assessment. They've never really had to compete for us like that. Not from outside sources to a certain degree. But I remember when I had my ex-girlfriend, she was Colombian, but she was like American Colombian. She was Colombian, Puerto Rican. And we had went to a restaurant in Atlanta, right off Cascade, I believe. It was like a black restaurant. And I walked in. I never forget this day. I walked in there. We was walking in there, and the waitresses were so rude. Like, they was like throwing shade at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she picked up, like, and she started kind of being catty back to him because she's from New York and all this bullshit, and she's Puerto Rican. So a lot of people don't know the thing about Latinos is very, their culture, the ism is different. Of course, it's classism, big out there. If you got money, but they don't really look at themselves necessarily as white. They might be other, but she don't know that the chick I'm with, her dad is my complexion. Her dad is black. You see what I'm saying? So that's where the confusion, not even confusion, but that's where they're not really afraid to kind of throw it back and forth with black people. Because just like, motherfucker, my grandma black or my dad is black. I just look, more on the whiter side. So she was throwing shade back, and another brother came in with another Latino woman. And so you got two brothers in here with Latino women, and the sisters that was serving, because it was like a black restaurant, they were so upset and the service was so bad that I had to leave. And when I got up, I just looked at the other brother. I was just like, bro, you already kind of know. He kind of gave me the heads up. Like, yeah, like it's hot in here. It's hot in here because even in Atlanta, a lot of the brothers are starting to date, interracially. Now, if it would have been a black woman and a white man, it's a high five. It's a high five all day to that. Okay? But it is what it is, man. I mean, we are in a global space right now. Right now, you're competing globally for resources, right? And women right now. Preferably, the women are competing for men because things are changing. Things are changing. And it's not even just the passport bros. People are traveling more in general right now. I mean, it's like a waiting list for people's passport. People are leaving America while other people are trying to get into America. It's like a circle. It's really weird how they set it up. It's very strange how they set that up. It's like a circle. And right now, a lot of women, because white women have been dealing with this for the longest. White women have always dealt with women from other races willing to date their men. They're used to it. All right. They're going to compete for the top tier. Okay. But they're going to throw shade. I don't know if you saw that video of that white woman when she went to Thailand. She saw them white guys with Thai women. She felt a certain way, just like this sister would feel a certain way. All right. But they're used to it. They're used to it. Now you got black men doing the same thing. And black men have been doing it too, especially my ex-military guys. But a lot of black women are not comfortable with that at all. Let's be honest. Let's just be really frank here. And I love my sisters. All right. But a lot of women are very upset at this because now they got to be like, damn, it was something that was easy. Now it could be possibly very difficult. I got a super chat by my, hold up, I got my man in here. Zoom the title, $10 super chat. What up? Zoom said, shout out to the OG BMT. Just stop through to show love for what I missed. Oh, we just wrapping it up, brother. We just talking. We just chopping All right, we back. We back, fam. We are back. I told you the power is gonna go out. I told you the power is going to go out. All right. Somebody said, damn, each episode BMG talk about how they derail Austin and Zoom. They derail Austin and Zoom. I gotta look at this show. What up, Zoom? Let me know if you want to come on, bro. Let me know if you want to come on. We got Zoom Italian in the building. All right. Somebody said, I told you at the beginning of the show. I said, I'm in the DR, man, so the power goes out. I got to go back and edit that part out as well. It's just one of them things where the power goes out. And of course, I'm hooked up to the Wi-Fi. So it clicks. We was in here heavy, too. We had about 200 people up in here. All right. What I'll probably do is go live from my phone in the morning. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Just getting back to it. Somebody says it's time to Zoom to Thailand, get your passport. Shout out to Zoom. Yeah, DR does has a lot of blackouts, man. It's constant. It is constant. Let me see if anybody wanna come up real quick. I got a feeling it's going to drop soon. I got a feeling it's going to drop soon again. But I just dropped a stream in there. We were flowing so good too. Zoom Time says BMT. You know I'm over here working, listening to you, bro, as I work. Oh, you know how it is, man. You probably out there editing it up. One of the top tier editors in Hollywood. For the show. All right, fam. So y'all coming on back. But yeah, family, as far as this derailment when it comes to the passport bros, you know, we have like a lot of haters and detractors. This thing has gone way beyond any particular content creator. I mean, it don't like it's going to slow down anytime soon because a lot of people are identifying with the ideology of a passport bro, right? We're not this big movement or anything. We don't take charters. It's just an ideology. It's just a certain mindset, right? And I'm going to do something a little different this time around, all right? I'm going to do something a little different because I know usually I do like a whole panel, but this time I'm not going to do a panel. I'm going to take one guest on at a time. Just try something a little different. So I don't welcome Jimmy Jam to the show.
What's the deal, sir?
What's good, my brother?
Well, first and foremost, I just popped in probably like about 5 minutes ago, so I wanted to make sure I give you your love. But to be honest with you, I actually think that's a good idea because I know how a couple live streams ago it got out of hand, and you know, with all due respect to you,
right?
You got to give the host respect. So much love for that. But I just see it's. I mean, the topic says the derailment of the passportbros. I don't personally. I think the passportbros has been around for years, including like for my military folks like me and the other brothers in the room. Mm-hmm. It ain't going nowhere, and it's not going to stop. Now, with that being said, as well, there's people like you, mm-hmm. Andre, Zoom, Ace. Mm-hmm. You know, all of you guys that came into my life over the past 8 months. And I've soaked in so much information, and y'all inspire me to push traveling again on my part. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's going anywhere, but I can honestly say that there is a lot of women that are angry, and they will always be angry, sadly, because they're always going to lead by emotion. So what more can I say?
You think it's because they don't want to compete globally for American men, or?
I'm going to say this. Growing up in this country without a father and growing up in a mindset where I grew up in a family where nobody says anything positive about the men, and how crazy they looked at me once I started standing up for myself and was like, y'all not gonna do this to me. That right there just clearly it's a shock. So by a lot of guys saying, you know what, I'm not putting up with your BS or your nonsense. I'm getting my passport and going somewhere where I can. And it's not just about the women. I mean, a lot of people think it's about the women, but clearly we know it's not. But they're going to another place so they can just find their own peace, find a better way for themselves. Then the women come. You know, it's an insult to them because they have no control. It's like if you're in an abusive relationship or a verbally abusive relationship with a woman, and she starts talking smack, and she's always belittling you on a mental side, and then you decide to go, and then she's trying to play victim, the whole 9 yards, this and that and this, trying to make you feel bad. But then in the back of your mind, you're like, the hell with that. I'm not paying your ass no attention. It's kind of the same concept because they on TikTok, they on here, they talking bad all the time. And it's like, and the fact that we're still not paying no attention to them and just keeping it moving, we good. It's not stopping. The only thing it's going to do is keep going. But my biggest concern is that the negative portions, like how the people got deleted in Colombia, God rest their souls, dealing with the apps and stuff. We got a lot of guys got to listen to the big brothers. You got consultants. Andre has consultants. Zoom has his consultants. His consultation, excuse me. We gotta take heed to them because once you get that connection, you're good to go. You're good to go. Now I do have one more question for you. I'm thinking about taking a vacation probably within the next couple of months down to Las Tarinas. Have you been down there?
No, I haven't. I have not.
I think that's a place. That's a place that I want to check out. It's far away from Sassuolo, far away from what's the name? Punta Cana. So I was like, you know what? I want to get engulfed in the culture. So I was thinking about Las Tarinas. So I just wanted to know if you've been down there.
I haven't been down there, but I've heard good things about it though. I got to do some more exploring in the island. I was just in Santiago today. I did an interview with my man Kobe from Eloise Cigars. I'm gonna drop that video tomorrow. But appreciate you coming on, bro. I'm gonna get somebody else on.
No problem. Have a good night, sir. Thank you.
You too. All right, who we got back here? We got my man Yoga in the building. What up, Yoga?
What's going on, BMT? Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, brother.
Specifically, I've been training and I've been off the map because I've been training, but I came on specifically to do a public service announcement for Nat Sleazy on the Muay Thai fight. Everybody know I'm going to be fighting in Thailand on March 30th.
Hold on, bro. You took it to another level. Go ahead.
I'm telling him to call me directly, Nat Meezy, for the fight. Call me directly. I emailed in the Yoga fight email. I emailed you the other day and my team emailed you. My direct number is in there. It's 404-236. I'm not going to say the last part. So Nat Meezy, go to the Yoga fight email. I emailed you from the Yoga fight email. It's all business. Something for March 30th on the fight. I still have the other stuff set up. I expanding the situation. And I've been talking with Susakan. That's why I hit you through the email. I don't know if you still have the email, Nat Sleazy, but go to it. Call me on the direct. You call me direct. That's the direct number in the ATL, the 404 number, or it's a WhatsApp number also. But I want to handle that business. So anybody out there see Nat Sleazy, y'all let them know Yoga said, check your email. He got his direct number in there. Call him about the March 30th fight. It's all business. He got some, new for him. But what's going on? How things getting derailed, you can say?
Everything's good, brother. But I want to know more about this fight now.
Well, I've been
hey, since you took it there, I want to know more about the fight now.
Well,
I mean, okay, real quick. What happened with the original date?
Well, I still have that. What I'm looking at doing now is adding something before that. What we've in my training, coming up in my training, I'm progressing. So I have a couple of stoppages in my training. So I'm ready for a fight before the fight now. Like, because I have a couple, we're getting to a certain place in the sparring. So I emailed them and said, look, you know what? We was on the Primo show, regular, never premium show, the Dom in a can. It's a guy, he's a Dom in a can.
Okay.
Call him Dominican, but he's a Dom in the can, call him Premium Never Regular or something like that. We was on that show and they was talking about, Yoga, once you fight Nat down in Sasul and this and that, and we talked a little bit or whatnot. So like I said, I got a couple stoppages in my sparring, progressing like I want to, progressing from the coaches. And so I reached out, all business, fight before my fight on the 30th. So I just want to come on and make that service announcement. I know he's watching, or enough people are looking at him, looking at the show, see on other panels. So let them know Yoga is email you directly, and the Yoga Fight email to the email that was emailing back and forth. Put his direct number in there. Give me a call. All business. I'm gonna answer the phone. It's hold on. Where's my other phone? Oh, it's the phone we on now. Cause I got my other phone. So sometimes y'all see me making comments. This says Yoga certified. That's the phone we on now. So that phone will always be charged up. Give me a call. I know you're in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, wherever with your wife, with your kids, you working, you in the gym. It's on now. You can make a quick 10,000 in less than 40 days. What's the date? January the 20th something? What's the day? What's the date? No, you can tell me. They can't see. 24. 24? Yeah, so that's what's up. But how you doing down there in DR?
Man, I'm doing well, brother. But everybody in the audience saying that they can't take it seriously, bro.
I'm not worried about what the audience taking serious. Once they see everything going on, then that's what's up. This is for me. This is directly to him, not the audience. So I already emailed him my direct number. I want him to give me a call, and we're gonna talk direct. And I'm gonna set something up before. I'm still having my fight. My fight's still going on.
I don't know if a dude is he trying to fight Austin or QB? I thought something else was going on. I
don't know. I've been training, so I don't know. I'm making real money. I'm doing an event, so I got 10 stacks on deck, like real 10,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I doubt if old boy pull up right now. So, but bro, I'm going. No.
That's why I emailed him my direct number, so he'll see this. He'll hit me, and we'll talk offline. But yeah.
Okay.
So, other than that, I would say, why would you say the movement is being derailed?
We got a lot of naysayers, man. We got a lot of people trying to attach the passport bros to everything negative. People die overseas. They're supposed to be passport bros. That's what I mean by that.
Well, I'm saying, guys that want to be successful travel YouTubers, they're looking at the success of BMT, the network. They're looking at the success of Rich and Mac Zoom to Thailand. They're looking at the success of Andre down in Colombia. They're looking at the success of Flip Flop down in Sasul. They're looking at the success of Bo Rakes, other YouTubers that use the format of their business or their woman or both, and then highlighting these things like Travelversity. So now what we're seeing is the third tier wave of YouTubers or brothers that's feeling like, hey, I travel. I feel like what they're doing is easy to do, and let me jump in and cut on my camera and do it. And they saying it's not that easy, and they don't have content. And what they're doing is their content is showing content on the successful YouTubers that are traveling and that have good relationships with women, and the women are on camera with them, and they're having fun, and we're learning from their experiences. So we're seeing that now. So with the Passport Bros, with the movement that we've done organically, the next tier guys are coming in, and they're not that creative. So what they're going to do is just highlight what we're doing, what the real guys, the nucleus is doing. And so that's to be expected. So now we got to find a way to make that beneficial to the original core nucleus. How can we benefit from all these guys now? They're going to cut on their camera. They're going to go to Thailand. They're going to go to Colombia. They think, let me just put a girl on the camera with me and let me go around and it's going to work. And then if that don't work, they say, you know what? Well, let me make a show talking about BMT today. Let me make a show talking about Travelversity. Let me make a show talking about Zoom. Let me make a show talking about Croston Holloman. Let me make a show talking about Big Bass, because they don't have any content. And so all we got to keep doing is doing what we're doing organically, going and exploring how we want to explore and telling our story in our own way. And that's what pulled people in. People don't want to hear Yoga try to tell his experience like BMT. People don't want to hear BMT try to tell experience like Big Bass. People not going to Big Bass to hear Big Bass tell experience to be like Rich and Matt. You get what I'm saying? And so that's what they don't understand. Why people gravitate to us as travelers, black men traveling this globe, is because we're authentic in what we're doing and being ourselves, and we're not doing it to so-called for some type of attention of it. We're doing it because we want happiness as black men, and we're looking and exploring the globe to find the right fit of what fitted we piece here, piece from there, and that's what it is, you know. So I look at it, and they say imitation is his best form of flattery. So when I see these guys like Dumb in a Can and Dumb Tom, Lunch Meat, and all these different guys, new YouTubers coming, and you know, yellow white glasses, what they call up, all these crazy YouTubers gonna come, and I look at it and I smile and I say, wow, from what we really networking and really moving around this globe and really doing this thing and sharing our experiences, man, people really like it. They like it so much, if they can't come and join and be a part of the nucleus, they'll turn into the next ring. The next ring is kind of like the little haters, the naysayers. So we're attracting everybody. So when you got something good, when you got a pot of gold, people gonna come. Everybody trying to put their hand in the gold. They fighting and boiling each other for the attention. And then what happens is the Most High is blessing us, because for them to get attention, they got to talk about the original people to get the attention. So it's a reverberation that we got to welcome that reverberation. They're going to keep talking. They're going to be talking more after we do these live events and these live boxing matches, these real sanctioned matches with Susa Khan and Sanchai, and we do some things down with Flip Flop and DR. They're going to even be talking more, and it's going to bring, we're inventing more new YouTubers. The more real moves we make, there go 100 more YouTubers covering what we do. So I expect for it to be thousands of people talking about Passport Bros, traveling, the chicas, the mangoes, all these terms that we made up, all these terms that a handful of black men made up. These terms are over the world now. Then you go over the world and somebody hear mango, they don't think about the fruit anymore. They don't think about the fruit anymore when they hear the word mango on YouTube. You see how powerful we are. So we're creating, and we got to slow down and realize the evidence and the results of our creations are the haters. All the haters. I'm gonna land my plane here.
That's a good point, man. Appreciate you coming on, bro. Let me get somebody else on.
Hey, Nakneezy, call me. You can get a fight before the fight. 10,000. I'm talking all business, all money. Hey, hold on. Y'all know I'm a travel. You know I'm a passport. You know I'm a passport OG. Now, hold on. Let me show them up close. What that thing say up close?
Phuket Island.
Phuket, baby. See that native on top, who we are, the FBA, that Muskogee, that all that's on top, that chop top, but what's up under there? Traveling the globe, baby.
All right, good point, man. All right, peace.
Peace.
All right, I got my man. Let me catch a super chat real quick. Crypto bro with a $9.99 super chat. He says, Swati Ka, massage Ka. All right. Shout out to you, Crypto bro. Shout out to you, man. We got to do another show. You my man, Sheen. We definitely got to do another show. I want to welcome, who's this? Azrael to the show. You there? You there, bro? Azrael? Oh, hold on. Did I lose y'all again? Okay, hold on. Yo.
Yeah, I had to refresh. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's good? What's good, my bro? How's everything going with you?
Not too bad, not too bad. I'll be in interestingly enough, I'll be in Punta Cana in about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's gonna be more of a resort trip. I might like scope out the area just to, see what it's about in DR. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it's I always say this about the Passport Bro movement, right? Half the dudes in this space that claim it that haven't even been out of the state. And that's not even about me hating or anything like that. There's a lot of people that are just with false flagging, quote unquote. I don't want to make it like it's a cult or anything like that, but it came to a point where it's like any and everybody was saying, like, there were people that were MGTOW and then now like, okay, I'm a passport bro. It's like, no, bro, that's not how it works. That's people that were part of the incel black pill crowd, like, yeah, I'm a passport bro now. It's like, dog, like, no, like yes, you go for the woman, but me, I'm getting to a point where I just love to travel myself, even if it's across state, you know what I mean? And I plan on going to the Netherlands in April, and I'm trying my hardest to go to Tokyo in the summertime. So, and I think Average Man Unplugged, we're trying to get a group together of us to go to Frankfurt in September, because Germany is a real nice spot for brothers. But
I just had a friend of mine that just moved to Germany.
Yeah, what did they go to Berlin or Frankfurt?
I think it was Frankfurt.
Yeah,
he left Thailand. He said he wasn't really into the Thai situation, so he moved to Germany.
Yeah, man.
It's a beautiful world, man. It's more than just I love Colombia, but it's more than just Colombia. You got a whole lot of other countries. You got a lot of hidden gems. I don't even discuss myself, but you got a lot of hidden countries out here, man. Or I would say hidden gems. Let me put it to you that.
Yeah, for sure. Because you can.
Let me appreciate you coming on, bro. Let me get
no problem. On. It was good talking to you.
All right, peace, brother. What's good, my mans? I think you're on mute, bro. You're on mute.
Ooh, my bad. What's good?
What's good, man? What's good?
Not much. Out here in Sao Paulo, made it. So I'm doing my thing here right now.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I got to explore Sao Paulo. I was only in Sao Paulo for like one day, but it looked nice from what I could tell.
I think you need like 2 weeks to explore a good chunk of it, but it's bigger than New York City. So like, there's a lot to do, a lot to see. Right now, man, Villa Madalena. Love this area. Great bars, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Central's kind of getting a little sketchy lately, but whatever. If you know the lay of the land, you'll be all right.
Okay, cool. But yeah, man. But let me go ahead and get another guest on, bro. Appreciate you sliding on for a little second.
Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, I had somebody back here. Okay, they just dropped off. All right. Well, I want to thank Lamont Taylor for becoming another member of the show as well. And guys, if you are a member, what I do is pretty much like apartment tours. I gotta show you, where I'm staying at different little locations around the world and everything. So I drop most of those videos on my membership, and I do have special interviews as well. All right. So another good show, fam. We out. Peace.